media, 30 hours a month. That's 1 hour a day for public information. Baka, Mr. Chairman, ito yung moderating influence. We cannot change we cannot ask the President to reinvent himself. We can only offer unsolicited advice. Pero at your level, one moderating influence would be to harness these 30 hours a month, broadcast, radio and TV, para makapag-announce kayo. Okay, let me relate it to drugs. Yung supply reduction, na ma-manage natin yan. No? We can look at it more systematically. Yung demand reduction, babalik at babalik tayo rin sa public information system. Baka pwede niyong i-explore yun. Para kahit na passionate yung ating Pangulo, dun sa baba, meron kayong seryoso na public information program para nalalaman ng kabataan, ng bawat pamilya. You know, this problem has already entered our homes, our schools, our places of work, our places of worship. Talagang malala na. We never thought it was this bad. The question is not, what did you do or not do? The question is, did we do enough? Kaya, just consider this, gentlemen, para you can consolidate our efforts here. Thank you.
Okay, the statements made by the chair as admonitions because we want a better country, and I know the President wants a better country. But we are not going to be so silently by kung merong mga katiwalian nagaganap, whoever does it. And let me assure everyone here, I would like to entertain a motion here if you want to wrap up the, I think we have enough to report. Senator Lacson, what do you think?
Yes, I move to terminate the hearings on EJK so we can already report, render a committee report on the floor, Mr. Chairman.
Second, but I would like to have a caveat here. Our friend, the chairman of the Commission on Human Rights, has been staying here kanina pa, and I'd like to recognize him. I'm not going to ask him to apologize for his commission because he's not the one who said it. But I just want to assure you, Mr. Chairman, that all the affidavits you submitted here, we will turn over to the police for proper enforcement, and that we will make sure that as part of our report, lalabas yan. We did not ignore anybody here. It's just, I'm just so sorry that that guy is a loose cannon of sorts. And go ahead, if you want to make a statement now under more harmonious conditions, you can do so. I just didn't like the idea that some representation was trying to bamboozle us by forcing us to recognize a travesty, not to recognize a travesty upon the Senate. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honors, the Honorable Chairman and members of the two committees. We are grateful for this opportunity to address you this afternoon. We do wish to express that the Commission on Human Rights is always ready and prepared to assist the Senate committees in the work, the great work it's doing of ferreting out the truth on this issue, on extrajudicial killings, as well as on all other issues involving human rights. We as a Commission on Human Rights acknowledge and work closely with the Senate in previous times, at the present, and in the future on all matters that will involve the best interest of our people in the area of human rights. We do want to say that we respect the Honorable Chairman of the committee, Senator Dick Gordon, as well as all the other members of this committee, and are confident that as this process is terminating, it will shed light on this matter, even as we continue to pursue truth and justice in other fora. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. We were not looking for a pat in the back, but thanks anyway. We just want you to know that we're going to be fair. We are stalwarts in our efforts to try and provide human rights. Not provide because that is guaranteed, but to make sure that human rights is enforced. And I hope the policemen are all listening to the words of the Senate here, the message that we're trying to bring in here, that especially the law enforcement authorities, you have been imbued with certain privileges such as carrying a firearm, enforcing the law, which is a great privilege of trust. And therefore, with that privilege comes the responsibility that you must acquit yourselves before this country and your families, that you will implement it, in the proper way, in a way that respects life, the preciousness of life, and the effectivity of law without fear or favor. And that is all that is expected. And this is something that I think we all should really try and make an effort on, to try and not just show the whole world, but show ourselves, show our children that we are capable of running a democracy that where when we see wrong, we will try to right it. And we will not be fearful to say the things that we have to say, no matter who we say it against, because in democracy there is democratic space to talk about it, to talk about the problems and solve problems. So wikang Pilipino po, para maintindihan ng lahat na nakikinig, narinig po natin ang magiting na Chairman ng Commission on Human Rights, hindi ho dahil siya sa kasama namin sa pamantasan ng Pilipinas, ngunit lahat po kami naiintindihan namin ang katungkulan natin bilang mga halal o talagang mga kawani ng gobyerno, pati mga kapulisan dito. At ang commitment po natin dito, sagrado na talagang maipairal yung talagang karampatan pantao, yung respeto sa tao, yung dignidad ng tao, at kinukondena natin ang pagpatay ng tao na hindi talaga mapapaliwanagan ng maayos at lahat. Gusto ko lang pong paabot ang aking lubos na pasasalamat sa mga kapulisan. Nakita po natin dito na dumating lahat dito. Pinatawag po natin lahat ang mga pulis dito ng iba't ibang distrito ng ating bayan. At ito is advice ng ating mga kasama dito sa committee ng public order at saka ng justice at saka ng human rights. At dumalo sila lahat dito, nangangulugan, walang tinatago at sumagot sila sa lahat ng tanong. At hihilingin ko pa, isang hirit pa ho, ibigay nyo sa amin yung statistics niyo, sapagkat basanay na po kayo katulad ng sinabi ni Chairman Honasan, Chairman ng Committee on National Defense, na dapat ayusin nyo yung impormasyon. We are living in an information revolution. Tapos na yung revolution, umiira pa na mas mataas ngayon. Dapat nakukuha natin lahat ang statistika ng mga namamatay, ng mga nanakawan at lahat para handa tayo sumagot kagad sa katungunan. The Chair would like to pay particular attention to some of the interventions here by some police officers, particularly the one in Metro Manila, and practically all, Bulacan, Quezon City. That really represents a high degree of professionalism na walang patumpik-tumpik sumasagot sa mga tinatanong natin at meron kayong handang statistics. The very fact na mataas pa nga ang lumalabas sa inyo kaysa nakalap ng mga staff ko sa committee, at papasalamatan ko rin yung miyembro ko sa committee, yung mga tao namin sa committee, yung mga tumutulong sa akin na nakakalap, nagpapatunay na walang tinatago tayo, makukuha natin ang mga statistika ng patayan at lahat, at ang mangyayari na lang ngayon ay humanap tayo ng mga solusyon para matanggalin natin ang pagkakataon na pag-abuso ng mga kriminal sa ating mga batas. Whether they're in uniform or in not. Pare-pareho yan. Pagka gumawa kayo ng kamalian, you are a criminal. You violate the law, violate the rights of the people. So having said all that, Mr. Chairman Lacson and Senator Honasan and all the police chiefs present here, the NBI, Director General of the PIDEA, representatives of the Committee on Justice, the NBI are here. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I assure you, we are going to come out with a report. And take heed of that report, because we all have to learn something from it. And it will be a sustainable report, because I can tell you part of it will mean we get reports, at least whoever succeeds me in this committee or in the House, we must now get copies of the reports of murders and homicides regularly, and it can be published as suggested by Senator Honasan in the 1 hour a day program allotted to public service by all media. We will also strengthen the capability of the police force and find out, as Senator Honasan rightly said, it is budget time. Perhaps we can provide at least the beginnings of body cameras to be worn by special units of the police force when they operate. Or for that matter, other suggestions that are going to be made and will be made during the discussions. And hopefully, I will really try to get it done by Monday, that you will have a report right away on Monday, so that the public will be assuaged that we are all watching for each other here. May not be perfect, but we will try. So, ladies and gentlemen, maraming salamat po, Senator
I
Honasan.
would just like to clarify my motion earlier, Mr. Chairman. My motion covers only the hearings on the resolution of Senator De Lima and Senator Trillanes on the EJK killings.
Yes.
But I move to suspend the hearings on the death penalty bills as referred to the Committee on Justice.
Definitely. That is, the motion was clear to me, and I know that the clarification is aptly made. We're not suspending the provision. In part, like I said earlier, I may be against the death penalty, but kung ito ay makakapagpatigil ng patayan na ginaganap ng mga iba dyan para madali sila sa pamaraan ng paggogobyerno, I am not going to go against it. I will not vote for it, but I will not go against it. Somebody will have to do it for them. But anyway, hindi titigil yan. Tutuloy natin yan yung sa Committee on the Death Penalty, although that has been referred also to the Committee of Senator Dillon. The referral to us was death penalty due to drugs, for drug offenses. So, having said that caveat, maybe we can even ask Senator Dillon, the chairman of the Committee on Rules, to join us for the discussions on the death penalty. I hope we were able to tackle sufficiently the issues. Like I said, ang pinag-uusapan dito ay in aid of legislation, and the Commission on Human Rights, particularly the chairman, can make suggestions. We will consider it formally in writing if you like, and the police can do so. Try to do it as soon as possible. I will entertain a motion to suspend release of the report if you have, allow me that if it is humanly impossible to come out with the entire report for a few days extension, just to be sure. But my intention is to try and get it out by Monday. So, maraming salamat sa inyo, and sa inyong malasakit, sa inyong mga kagitingan, at sana patuloy nyo linisin ang ating kapulisan. Merong ilan lang nakakasira dyan, at sana patuloy tayong basbasan ang ating Panginoon Diyos. God bless the Philippines. Thank you very much. Session,